Hello fellow gamers, it's Wupine here, and I just want to welcome you guys. I just want to give my personal opinions and my personal thoughts on this new MLG ban that they gave for the Peacekeepers. And honestly, I don't think it's fair without actually doing a tournament first with the Peacekeeper. That way to see if all the best players out there, if they all have Peacekeepers, then a ban makes sense. But without first having a tournament first, and knowing how each player plays and what different, like, it just doesn't make sense how they can ban something first without it given a try. And one of their main reasons that they said that the Peacekeeper was going to be banned was because it was overpowered because of the light attack, or her light attack chains. And I've seen some videos of why they proposed this and why they give some of their evidences, but some of those players that were fighting against those particular Peacekeepers in those videos that I saw, they were pretty terrible players. I main a Peacekeeper. That's my main hero, and so I know how to fight against Peacekeeper. And every time I come up against somebody who's better at with another hero, it's kind of hard to fight against those other types of heroes if I don't know their whole abilities. So what I'm also thinking is that many of those players who play against Peacekeepers don't know exactly what a Peacekeeper's movesets are, and don't know exactly what all a Peacekeeper is capable of. They don't know how to basically disengage from light attacks. And that's basically all you have to do with a Peacekeeper when they're chaining their light attacks. It's kind of the same thing that you do with a Noboshi or a Orochi. And if there's a chain of light attacks, just disengage. You can also see that with the Berserker. They'll start swinging. They'll start spinning, and one of their light attack chains, and it's an infinite loop. And basically, all you have to do is just disengage. And just the fact, I've heard also that it's almost impossible to block the light attacks from the Peacekeeper. That's totally untrue. I have fought many players who have blocked and parried, and not only that, dodged my chains of light attacks as a Peacekeeper. So so basically, just the fact that the light attack is overpowered, or it's just too fast, or whatever, it's not evidence enough, because we haven't seen it in a competitive level. We haven't have a ranked system yet. We haven't had a For Honor doesn't even have a ranked system where all the players, we can see what all the top players, what heroes do they play. Also, a lot of those videos that I saw that showed evidence of why these light attacks do so much damage was because of gear levels. Some of those videos I saw, they were playing in Dominion or in Elimination or all those game modes where gear actually matters. But when you think about it, if you do a duel or a brawl, gear doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter how high your gear is on those game modes, because gear gives a very big disadvantage on a duel. So they took that away in For Honor, and it's basically just testing a player's skill on those game modes. So the thing about the Peacekeepers, yeah, they're really good, but it also depends on the players, and also or who's playing her. Just like any other character, some people may say that the Lawbringer, he's a very slow and sluggish hero. But I have fought Lawbringers that are really good. I have fought Lawbringers that I can never beat. I have fought Lawbringers that just are crap. It just depends on who's playing, what heroes, what's their favorites. If you take the time to learn all the movesets, it just it's just one of those kinds of things that you just have to learn. You have to learn pretty much everyone's movesets, every hero's movesets, in order to learn how to fight against those heroes. Let's see what else. But yeah, these light attacks, these chain light attacks, they're not overpowered. They're not too fast. I have fought heroes such as Conquerors that just easily block that. I also believe that. I also sometimes when I fight Nobushi, her light attacks, I always find it impossible to block. That's just me. I don't know why I can't ever block those attacks, but it's just what happens when I fight them. I'm just never able to block them. But yeah, so the secret of beating a player is basically just knowing every single hero's moveset and just playing them over and over and over again, and just know how to fight with them. And you can use that against another person's If you know how an Orochi fights, you're gonna beat that Orochi. If you know how a Peacekeeper fights, you're gonna beat that Peacekeeper. And that's basically it. It's the Peacekeeper's not overpowered. I personally think, in my opinion, all the heroes are balanced according to their attributes, their type of movesets, their type of playstyles. I think they are balanced, and For Honor, the game developers, they have tried their best to basically nerf and buff the heroes. They constantly take every change in the game into consideration. I can tell that a lot of love was made into this game, and they want to keep it going. This game has literally the potential to become multiplayer game of the year, and I truly believe that. It's a really great game. Is every game developer or every game, are they gonna get it right on the first time? No. Just like everything in life, nothing gets done right the first time. You have to give it time for improvement. You have to give it time for more development. You have to give it patience for updates, for many things. And I believe that over a set time or over a period of time, this game could be really great, and all the bugs and tweaks that they need to fix, they'll get it right. And I feel like the game could be extremely balanced, and people won't think that some heroes are extremely unfair to play with or against, or whatever people's opinions are. Yeah, here are some stats that people are worried about. Her light attacks are the fastest in the game, or for the Peacekeeper stats on this light chains. They are the fastest in the game with 500 milliseconds, and they are the third strongest in the game for a hero. That's if it was the strongest, I would consider it overpowered, but they're not the strongest. So based on that information, you can tweak that to basically, if everyone feels like it's unfair, they can make it fair. So if it's the fastest by 500 milliseconds, make that slower by 200 or 300. It really doesn't make a difference, because that time is basically unnoticeable. So yeah, this just needs to be balanced. I agree with that. The only problem I have with this game is the connectivity issues. I hate it when I'm into a game and I work so hard to defeat someone, or work so hard to get to the point where we're winning, and I'm like 5 minutes into the game and I get kicked out. That's the only problem I have with this game. I have no problems fighting as a peacekeeper. I have no problem fighting as any other hero. And I truly believe Peacekeeper should not be banned without first actually having a tournament to see if every single top placement, if the first place or second place, third place, or the top 10 players, if they all use peacekeepers, then sure, ban the peacekeeper. Maybe maybe it's because she's overpowered, but without first having the tournament first and not giving the peacekeeper a chance to see if they're worth, or if any other hero is worth fighting her or given the chance to beat her, then yeah, I don't think it's fair. But anyways, guys, that's enough of my little rant. I just wanted to give my personal opinions on my favorite hero of this game. And every hero is good. The Peacekeeper just happens to be my favorite just because of the playstyle. But I like all the other heroes. I love Shogoki. I love Nobushi. I love Orochi. I love pretty much. The only one I think I dislike would be. I would have to be the Warden. But I even like I like every hero. There isn't really a hero I don't dislike in this game. I like them all. They all have their unique, special movesets and skills, and I just love this game. But anyways, guys, enough of the rant. Give me your thoughts. I want to hear it from you on the comments. Tell me what you think of the what the MLG ban is doing for the Peacekeepers. If you totally disagree, that's fine too. You can totally roast me or get angry at my thoughts. But yeah, just leave comments, share, like, and subscribe, and from one noob to another, keep on grinding.